Greetings to the 13 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the awesome name of Abba Yahuwah Elohim. This is the awesome name that is above all names, eternal. Like I always says, not Pop Jesus, not Snake Allah, it's Yahuwah. Oh, glory. Not Pop Jesus, not Snake Allah, but it's Yahuwah, the holy mighty name that is above every other names. That is above every other names. Yes, yes, yes. It's Yahuwah, the holy fiery name that is above every other names. Princess, love Yahuwah. It's okay. So much love Yahuwah. His temple is eternal bond with Yahuwah, the only true mighty name that is above every other names. Not Pop Jesus, neither Snake Allah, but it's Yahuwah, the only saving name that is above every other names. Eternal, forevermore, from everlasting to everlasting. He is the only awesome name that is above every other names, every other names, every other names. Hallelujah. Thank you, Abba. Love you so much. Hallelujah. Shabbat Shalom. Much love and much prosperity attend the family for you are the only reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah saith unto Yehukanah, the Revelator, seal not the prophecies of this book, for the time is simply near. Exactly what we are doing here, family, decoding end times, prophecies, signs, dreams in, preparing people like you, body like you, house like you, for the blessed returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due eternally our worship, praise, honor, riches, power, glory, wealth, to the glory of his magnificent Abba Yahuwah, the Almighty, eternal. Like I said before, not Pop Jesus, not Snake Allah, but it's Yahuwah. This is the only name. Not Pop Jesus, neither Snake Allah, but it's Yahuwah, the only saving name that is above every other names, eternal. That is above every other names. Is the only true name, okay? Only true living name. Horrible Sikayaba. Rebable Sikayaba. And to the Ruach HaKodesh. To the Ruach HaKodesh forevermore. To the Ruach HaKodesh eternally. Our glory goes to the Ruach HaKodesh forevermore. Our worship, honor goes to the Ruach HaKodesh eternally. Our praises goes to the Ruach HaKodesh, my eternal husband. To the Ruach HaKodesh, my forever teacher. To the Ruach HaKodesh, the very oxygen. Yes, in my soul, all glory goes to the Ruach HaKodesh, Ruach HaKodesh, Ruach HaKodesh, Hallelujah, Ruach HaKodesh. Sekei yabo horobusikayaba, Ruach HaKodesh, Sekei yabo say, Ruach HaKodesh, Sekei Drilabayo Horobasikayaba, Sekei Yabose Drilabase, Imo Santalabu. Imo Yantalabe. Whoa, Robasika Yabe. Hallelujah. Whoa, Robasika Yabe. Oh, glory. Whoa, Robasika Yabe. Yes. Robasika Yabe. Him alone is worthy to be worshipped. Hallelujah. Thank you, Abba. Yes, Abba Yahuwah, you have been worshipped, praised, loved, honored, served, always, ever. Orobosikayaba eternal. Right in the temple of your eternal handmaid, your very Isha, for you are my Abba, also my eternal husband. I love you so much, Abba, because you first do. Thank you for your set apart spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Thank you for your set apart word, Ki Yahushua HaMashiach. Thank you for your choosing the camp of Israel. Thank you, O Abba Yahuwah, the people after your heart. Yes, the tribe of Yahudah. Bless your holy mighty name. Love you so much. Hallelujah. All right, now, family, we want to do what we are here today again, of course. We always circle around Abba Yahuwah's eternal blessed throne every Shabbat and every now and then. Okay, so we want to do it again in His presence. Here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message started for you and me. This last great day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread means destruction for Easter, aka Poku Jesus Christ, the man of flesh. Should I rebroadcast? This last great day of the Feast of Unleavened Breads means destruction for Easter, Ishtar. God, aka Poku Jesus Christ, the man of flesh. Is the man of flesh is also the man of sin. Is the man of sin and is the man of flesh. Flesh, every wickedness resides in flesh. Jesus Christ is the man of sin and is also the man of flesh. So he planted Easter very close to Passover in order to convince you that it is one feast. Meanwhile, it is another thing entirely. They are two different feasts, okay? Just like he planted Sunday very close to Shabbat. When we move out of Shabbat, we precede it to Sunday. Yes, to just get you confused and say it doesn't matter, they are the same. Okay, or for you to be thinking Sunday is the actual day set apart for you. So this is the doing of Poku Jesus, okay? So we want to do what Abba Yahuwah give unto us today. I'm speaking to the elect, I'm not speaking to the Poku believer. Matthew chapter 7 says so, verse 6. Yahushua said there are pork believers, there are goat believers, and there are also dog believers. There are believers that is called a led pig. And there are also the so-called believers that is called dog. There's also believers that is also called goat. And he said what is holy, we shouldn't give it to these three categories of believers. They are in our midst. They are always in our midst. They are always in our midst. Worshipping Satan the devil before our face. Judas is always in our midst. This religion, this organization, the highest occult on this planet, mean nothing other than to deceive or to destroy, to mislead our people. Okay. They are betrayer. They are Judas ministry. Judas ministry always sold the gospel away for money. Always sold away the biblical Messiah in exchange of money. Except you are not going to be real to yourself. You know this is what this group organization represents. Money lovers. Okay? So I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to the elect, the lordship of Israel. That is the one we are referring to in your dojo. Because King Yahushua said unto Kepha, after you have converted, strengthen your brethren. Exactly what I'm doing. I was once there, celebrating this nonsense called Ishtar, woman vagina, feminist or feminism. Samuel Ramos, the mother of Nimrod, also the wife of Nimrod. That is abominations of this earth. Revelation 17. This is first Babylon. And first Babylon was pure pagan. was pure pagan. But the mystery Babylon is also pagan. But they now took our book, took the biblical Messiah character to mask all this nonsense. That is why it's called mystery. It's just the same as the natural Babylon. Okay, let's go there. The cross isn't our sign. It's the sign Roman Catholic used to keep people. Midst of the week is our sign. You see Catholicism wearing the cross on their neck. It's the authority they used to keep people. Abba Yahuwah said, we should kill our flesh. That is the last great day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. He said we should make offering made by fire unto him. Ishtar said, no, you should kill your spirit. You eat pork, you are killing your spirit. You dine with the enemy of Yahweh, you are killing your spirit. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 19 through 21, it said, what the Gentiles offer, they offer unto devils. What the Gentiles offer, they offer it unto devils, not to Yahuwah. You cannot be in the table of Passover, unleavened bread, and also be in the table of Easter. No. You can't do it. You must remain where you are. So therefore, that is the pig, goats, and dogs believers among us. So, let's go there. Let's feed it now with the royal law. Alright now, we are in Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. Therefore, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahuwah, that ye present your bodies, all your bodies, it's plural, a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahuwah, which is your reasonable service. A living sacrifice, that is the word. You're going to be sacrificing something that is living unto Yahuwah. You're going to be offering something that is alive unto Yahuwah, not a dead one. A living sacrifice. So what is living sacrifice? We will return back to verses 2 again. Because all this feast is the renewing of our mind. All this feast is just like technology. To upgrade you, to renew your mind, to make you a better person. So let's look into what is sacrifice. That all your body needs, or that all your body represents, or rather, all your body should be representing unto Yahuwah. What is sacrifice? And what is today? But it actually was on Thursday, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, last great day. But I just deliberately leave it for today, because yesterday was your Bad Friday, the one you called your Easter Bad Friday, and you say your Jesus died already 3 o'clock yesterday. Today, count for yourself, and tomorrow, early morning, your Jesus is no more in the grave, He's an ogogoro master. After your Jesus has got drunk, thrown himself in the dustbin, he's now saying to the whole world that he goes to the cross. Which cross? Inside gutter. Romans chapter 12. I want to read it again, verses 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy. Because when your body is already made as an offering unto Yahuwah, a living sacrifice, it's going to be holy. It's going to be acceptable unto Yahuwah. Now, Genesis chapter 4 have the clarity for you. That is the clear picture. You see Cain is a ministry, and you see Abel is a ministry. You see their sacrifice. You see what their sacrifice is? Which one did Abba Yahuwah accepted? That of Abel. So which one did he rejected? That was of Cain. So why did he reject Cain's offerings or sacrifice? Because of what? It wasn't living. It was not living. It was a dead sacrifice. Okay now. So what is the nature of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the first day and the last day? What does the last day represent? Let's go to the law. Alright, Leviticus 23, verses 1 through 8. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahuwah, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. And Babylon also have their own feast, which is Jesus, Ishtar. Okay, verse 3, 3 days, and it begin to give instruction. So let's go straight away to where Passover is. Okay, for now. These are the feasts of Yahuwah. Okay, even holy convocation, which ye shall proclaim. In the Acts is 5. In the 14th day of the first month, at evening, is Yahuwah's Passover. Are you going to be read to yourself? So now you say you are enjoying Easter. Is April your first month of the year? Is April the first month or first or fourth? If Christians said no, you are doing Easter, why did you do it in your January? Because Yahweh said the feast of Passover needs to be done first month of the year on the 14th day. So why is Christian not doing their Easter on January 14th? And why is your Easter not lasting 8 days long? Why is your Easter, finishing, or yes, on Monday? Why is the finishing on Monday? Why did you take it from, as you started your madness yesterday, Friday? You should have been taking it to next week, Thursday, which is the complete 8 days. Now, he said, these are my feasts, and the very feast of Passover, unleavened bread, needs to be, celebrated first month of the year. Is April your first month again? Oh no. Anyway, Abewa, please give me the voice of trumpet to deal with these people called Christian. Now, let me take it again, verses 5. In the 14th day of the first month at evening is Yahuwah Passover. Now, 6 now. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread until Yahweh 7 days. Ye must eat unleavened bread. 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation, and ye shall do no several work therein. Listen, on the 8th day. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire. Okay, verses 8, excuse me. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah 7 days. In the 7th day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no several work therein. Okay, did you get that now? Now the offering made by fire, that's the area one. It says, fire yourself. There is no sacrifice without fire. Check it out throughout the scriptures. Every sacrifice goes by fire. You are offering something. You are putting something in the table, or rather in the burnt offering altar. Okay? And it must be consumed. So Abewa said, don't do any other thing apart from this very thing I commanded you on the last day, because 8 days long, but Passover is just 1 day. And the unleavened bread feast is 7 days. Altogether 8 days, okay? Now, it said the first day, this is what we ought to do. On the last day, this is what we ought to do. Offering made by fire. Do you know what that fire is? To consume every flesh in you. To remove every carnality. Because, check it out, in the burnt offering altar, every animal placed upon the altar, or the burnt offering, will be roasted to ashes, will be burnt to ashes. That is how Abiyawa said our flesh should be out of the way. Our flesh should not speak no word. Our flesh should be silent before him. Our flesh shouldn't be found around him at all, because he hates it. Why? Because that is the throne of the enemy. Because enemy capitalize on flesh. Enemy is attacking the flesh. Is the seat of the devil called Paco Jesus. That is where they dwells. That is where they hide them, their wickedness, their arrows. That is the very part that that they attacked. But if you are determined more than they, if you are more desperate more than they, of course your life is going to turn a living sacrifice, because the dead one is not acceptable unto him. And you see the living one, because for your spirit to live, your flesh need to go. And when your flesh is gone, therefore your spirit is going to be getting life. Because it said no one can worship Yahuwah. Okay, they that worship Yahuwah must do it what in truth and in spirit. And this is the spirit of truth, the message. Easter is flesh. Whatever Abba Yahuwah that is challenging Abba Yahuwah, that is speaking against Abba Yahuwah ordinances, it is simply called flesh, and which is sin. That was why I said flesh and blood cannot inherit his kingdom. Anything that is still, flesh, you must be laid down in the burnt offering altar and be roasted by fire. That is a living sacrifice. That is the one that is acceptable. Okay, let's put some more. Maybe it will become clearer when we go to the New Testament. You know one thing Abba Yahuwah makes so clear to you, or rather to me, and I'm also making it clear to you. You know what fire is? You know what is in the lake of fire? If you don't allow Abba Yahuwah's judgment to condemn your flesh, to be roasted and be burnt to ashes, fear for your spirit is going to receive that fire. And your spirit is going to be receiving that fire, not just for a temporary, but for all eternity. For all eternity. Which one is better? For you to die to flesh and let the burnt offering ascend unto heaven for your flesh to do it to be done away with, or your spirit? Because in either way, one of the two must face fire. Either your flesh or your spirit. You see that of the devil, their case is settled already, is fire. And this fire carries 7 seals of no Shabbat. Okay. So, in either way, one member of us must go to fire. And what is the fire our flesh needs to go? To renounce anything that is contrary to the royal law. Sunday is number 1. Ishtar another one. These are mere philosophy. These are mere ideology. These are satanic ideologies that stepped in Genesis 3. But in either way, either your spirit face fire or your flesh face fire. So that now depends on you. Which part do you want to, send to fire? But when you send your flesh to fire, your spirit will live eternal. But when you send your spirit to fire, that is the end of it all. Because in either way, some members of you needs to enter fire. Now, John 13, verses 16, John 3, verses 15 through 20. Christian, we all stop here. For Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Did you believe in him? If you believe in him, this is about Yahushua, this feast. No Easter. Passover, unleavened bread. That was why he came to show us the way. If you don't believe, say you are gone already. No two ways about that. If your flesh denounces you not to believe it, therefore your spirit is going to fire. Okay. Let's put some more. Don't end there, okay? Don't just end there. For Yahweh sent his Son. Okay, let me leave that. Let me rush into. Okay, yes, let me take it. For Yahweh sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved, if you are willing. 18. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not in him is already condemned. Say you are gone already. You believe Poko Jesus, and you reject the author of life. You say Goody Calf is your Messiah. You celebrating Easter, a man-made whatever word map put together. Nimrod, Samuremos, Tammuz, is your Messiah. John 3:18. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not in him is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahuwah. Do you know Yahushua? But you know Jesus. So what is bringing about this condemnation? It is because you reject the name. And you now go for PJC. Talk with Jesus Christ from the pit of hell. You now say that is the Son of the living Yahuwah. That is strong blasphemy. That is complete insult before heaven and the earth. Even the devil know the gravity of your sin. The devil that even gives you the Jesus, he knew the height of this wickedness. He knew too well. Because he is instigating you against Abba Yahuwah. He is using you to be provoking Abba Yahuwah. He is just giving you some kind of wicked teaching that is going to be upsetting Abba Yahuwah. But what is the nature of this feast? If your flesh is not consumed by fire, fear for your spirit will be received that eternal fire. It's either way, one of the two. And what is the title? This very last day simply means destruction for Easter. Not just only Easter, Christmas, all this nonsense. Okay. Poco Jesus. Easter is Poco Jesus. No. The man of sin, the man of flesh. Flesh needs to be laid down in the bench of free altar. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah. Okay, let's put some more. Now, that's in John chapter 14, verses 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. Simple as that. Which one is his commandment? Like what we are doing now. Keep his commandment, his ordinances. For he said, I did not come to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me. Which one is the will of him who sent him? Start from Genesis, way down to Revelation. Way down to Revelation. Now, let's see the opposite of if you don't believe, if you don't love him. That's in John chapter 14, I think 24. And if you don't love him, Prophet make it so clear that if you don't love him, you love death. Yes, 14. He that loveth me not, keepeth not my sayings. Did you see how it works? And the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me. I did not come to tell you my own ideology. Assuming he came for his own, there's no need for cross. That guy would have go to the cross, because we see at the last minute he was rejecting it because it's difficult. Now, after you have drank that cup of judgment, and you are still yet denying him to his face that he didn't drink it for you, therefore you will drink it by yourself. Because all his flesh will be destroyed, broken into pieces. Isaiah 53 says so. And you said that is not for you. Therefore your own will face it. That's it. Your own will face that torment. That tom oil, a link of fire tom oil. Is that what you really want for yourself? Is that what you know? He said, if you love me, keep my... So if you are not keeping all this instruction, you don't love him. And I think his Proverbs say, he that loveth me not, you love death. You know what that is? You are condemned already, because he said you reject the name of the only begotten Son and his commandment. You said, no, it is Easter that is good for you. Easter. Now, out of Apostle chapter 12, you're going to see that is the only place they insert this madness of Easter. It's only that one place. Our feast, we are just read in Leviticus 23, has been in progress even before out of Apostle chapter 12. There's nothing throughout all the apostles, if I include the New Testament, no one ever called Passover Easter. These are two different movements. Don't get it twisted. Easter is pagan. It's even in the world history. I don't even need to drag myself into confirming it for you. It's even in the world history. It's pagan. It's pure pagan. Easter in English. In Babylon, where it came from, Ishtar. Meaning what? Goddess of fertility. So a woman have a part to play in all this? Okay, let me just drop it there. Now, the only way, okay, out from your spirit to be spared, it is for your flesh to be consumed. Offering made by fire. But if you said no, okay, now you want to be in the circle of Easter, all right. Salvation is personal. But the elect, of course, will know the voice of their Father whenever they come across this video. Acts of Apostles chapter 12, I return back there again. You see what was going on over there. It was the period of Passover. Passover is only a few days, not a few hours, just one day. As Abba Yahuwah gave it unto us. And unleavened bread is 7 days. Unleavened bread have no business with Easter. Of course not. Of course, never. Now, it said, Kepha was kept in the prison. Abba Yahuwah said we should destroy our flesh. Ishtar said, no way, he's going to destroy our soul. That's what happened over there. He killed James, proceed now further to kill Peter, the true apostles of the biblical Messiah. So what happened? Because YAHUAH said, I did not ask you to kill the spirit, kill the flesh. Now, Kepha have done that so well. You see, when they even threw him in the prison, YAHUAH did marvelous acts in sending for his mighty angel to break into the prison door, because prison don't have no hold in us, and set him free. And we see when Nimrod proceeded further, he used his whole head to carry his own death. This time you see in Acts of Apostles chapter 12, it is the very feast of Herod. Just the way they plant it to us, plant Easter to Passover, you will be thinking it's the same. In like manner, it's not today. This did not begin today. It has been there for ages. These are old serpent teachings. These are the old serpent that deceive the whole world tricks. This is how he's doing it. So in like manner, they also planned, of course, Easter was closed. So he said Peter was kept in prison and intended to bring him out after Easter. Easter is the feast of Herod, because they are the one, the Roman Empire, they are the one who legalized Sunday and Easter. They brought it from Babylon. It is their, you can see it in their catechism of Catholic doctrine. All these are there. It's not hiding away. Only that they were just lazy to study. At the Council of Nicaea, you're going to see where Constantine make Easter the whole world official celebration for the whole world. So this happened in the 326 AD. So what was we celebrating before then? Passover. If you go to the Council of Nicaea in 326 AD, you can take it from 325 AD through 326 AD, you're going to see where Constantine himself added Easter to the feast. Easter to the book. Added Easter to our book. It's over there. And you're going to also see Sunday in the catechism of Catholic doctrine. You're going to see when they also impute Sunday. They say it is their mark of authority. The truth is out there. Only that you are lazy to study. I know he's putting all this together. It is Poko Jesus Christ from the pit of hell. But what are we saying? If you allow YAHUAH to destroy you with them, you will have your own self to be blamed. How can you get 3 days and 3 nights from Friday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, till Sunday early morning resurrection? You don't know this is a set block for is a set backwardness for you. You don't know this is a blockage for you. You don't know this act is a wicked act to rob you of your salvation. You don't see that the enemy is out for you to confuse you and infuse their nonsense into your brain. You don't see that this enemy is so envious of you and he don't want you to be a part of this wonderful movement of YAHUAH. The only messianic sign, you couldn't get it. The only messianic sign is 3 days and 3 nights. You people say, Poko, Jesus died on Friday. It is 3 o'clock. Then let's count. Saturday, 3 o'clock, that is just 1 day. Sunday, what happened? Early morning, Ogogoro Master is no more in the gutter. Because he fell into the gutter when he drank too much Ogogoro. Okay. But our own Messiah, of course, because this is his office, this is our eternal high priest. He got it right. So until you believe in the system of 3 days and 3 nights, because it's for me, salvation, you goes nowhere. You can't resurrect us outside this timeline of YAHUAH. Unleavened bread, you know what that is? The last day your flesh needs to be destroyed in order for your spirit to step up for eternal worship. If not, you just say you are sending your spirit to eternal link of fire. In either way, we will enter fire. But I prefer my body, flesh, to go into fire than my totality. We also see Yahushua said that in Matthew chapter 5, verses 27 through 30. If your eye is going to cause you to see, say you should become blind. It's better you enter into heaven with half body with blindness, you don't have no eyes, than to have the full body of you be cast into fire. Do you know what that is? It is you celebrating woman vagina. Easter. What business do we have with Easter? Listen now, Second Thessalonians chapter 1, excuse me, chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. These are all your strong delusion, except you let it go. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Adonai Yahushua Mashiach, by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by what am I? Second Thessalonians, yes. Okay, yes. That ye be not soon shaken in mind, okay, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by a letter as from us, as the day of Mashiach is at hand. 3. Let no man deceive you. Deceive you by any means at all. Not Easter, not Christmas, not Poco Jesus. For that day shall not come, except they come a fall away first. Are you falling away? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. You see, this people case, all this demon Poco Jesus, his case is settled already. It is eternal fire. And he himself want to take as many as he can along with himself. That is why he's telling you people not to crucify your flesh. Not to lay down your flesh in the burnt offering. So that your spirit will becomes a living sacrifice lifted up unto Abba Yahuwah. He don't want, because when your spirit become a living sacrifice, he himself is going to be losing you. He's going to be in trouble. You that once worship him, you're going to be insulting him like I'm doing now. I swear for him. I mocked him. In fact, mocked is even, the smallest of it all, the very least of it all. If I see that demon, the kind of beat I will beat him, but I'm beating him always and ever. You understand? So that is what is a man of sin. A man of flesh can never inherit the kingdom of Abba Yahuwah. What is sin? Sin simply means breaking the royal law. You see how he taught you against the royal law. And all this is for you. It's not for Abba Yahuwah. It's for him to make you anew. You know what is leaven? It's for every sin to be removed from you. It's from every oil to be removed from you. It's for every flesh to be removed from you. In other words, to be castrated. For you to be castrated. That those things that makes you, once fat in wickedness, Abba Yahuwah will just drill it out of you. It's the nature of the feast. That's what the feast serves for. To remove completely whatever that is living in you, which is flesh. But Pocogeus, the man of sin, the man that break the royal law, that he knew his father already that it is in the lake of fire, saying otherwise that you shouldn't observe it. Revelation 12. Abba Yahuwah said, or rather Yahushua said, these demons they know that their time is very short. So they are very rough against whosoever that is keeping the truth. Let's keep reading. 4. Who opposed and exalt himself above all that is called Yahuwah, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sits in the temple of Yahuwah, show himself that he is God. Did you just get that, the man of sin? So who is the temple of Yahuwah? It is you. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, 15, 16, 17 says you are that temple. That you are the temple of Yahuwah. Whosoever that defile it, he said, he will destroy. We see, I think, Leviticus chapter 10, when the two sons of the high priest, Nadab and Abihu, when they bring this madness into the temple of Abba Yahuwah, right away holy fire came and consumed them. Because he said they were calling strange fire. You will not celebrate Easter. It simply means strange fire. You will see that in what they call it. Oh my Father. Zechariah chapter 5. Easter basket was being lifted. into the cloud, and you demote Passover, and you now lifted a woman vagina into the cloud. The very nonsense Jesus Christ from the pit of hell gave you to be watching for. His people can watch it because unbelievers have their way of feasting. Pagans have their way of feasting. And we also have our way of feasting. I have that song, I think so, of course. Unbelievers must feast. They have their way to feast. Pagans also have their way to feast. And we, the true, fine, we the elect, we have our way, the way Abba Yahweh give it unto us to also make feast before Him. But our feast is not just eating. It means something powerful, significant thing in your soul, spirit, and body. So significant. Okay? That is going to generate your eternal state. Now, like I said, Zechariah chapter 5, go and read it. And the place of that Easter basket, or that, because it was 3 women that were inside the Easter basket. These are demons. Okay? But Jesus, anyways, he masquerades himself to be women. They can change themselves into any nonsense because they are falling. They are already been disoriented. So they can change themselves into flog, into all kinds of nonsense. Zechariah chapter 5, you're going to see it over there. Revelation 8, verses 10 through 11. Go and see how Abba Yahweh is going to cut down, destroy man of flesh. And when this man of flesh is being cut down, and he's going to die, okay, because he said this man of flesh is being called wormwood. It's a bitter life. The link of fire is so bitter, okay. Isaiah chapter 15, verses 22 through 26. We see the river of Mara was so bitter, but when the tree, Yahushua and Meshach, will be thrown into that water now became sweet. The devil that makes this life bitter, okay, it makes the life already bitter. So what is going to make the life sweet for eternity? It is what we are saying now. Yahushua HaMashiach has already thrown himself into this bitter state, has already put himself into this bitter lifestyle. He has already taken part of that bitterness. And he don't want you to engage yourself in that bitter lifestyle or that bitter state of eternal. He don't want you to be a part of that. So he have already taken that bitterness. So if you don't let go your flesh, fear for your spirit is going to be engaged with that bitterness eternal. And this one is no redemption. It's no redemption. Because whatever it did at the cross, it did for the elect. And also for everybody. If you are ready to take life, you get it. You get it. Luke chapter 10, verses 18. He said Jesus is falling. These demons, they are already here. They are no more hiding in their secret place. What is already being chopped down? What is already being hewn down? Why are you still trying to erect it? Why are you still erecting Ishtar? Why are you still erecting the wickedness of Poco Jesus? It's already been hewn down. Why is he setting it again? You rebuilding the altar of Baal? You worshiping Baal pure? Okay. But what is the title? This last great day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread means destruction for Ishtar, aka Poco Jesus Christ, the man of flesh. He lives in flesh. And he is teaching you, of course, how to also live in flesh. But what are we saying? In either way, one of your vital members will face fire. Is it the spirit or the flesh? That will not depend on you to sort out. Like I said, read Zechariah chapter 5. He said the place of that 3 demons, that is Satanic Trinity. Again, that is Tammuz. Because you see, there were 3 women. Nimrod, Tammuz, and Samoremos. Now, who are they? This Satanic Trinity. Samoremos were the daughter of Cush, the grandson of Noah. And Cush has sexual intercourse with his own daughter, Samoremos. It's in the world history, okay? It's also in our book, even though our book doesn't make it clear, but history make it clear. Now, she gave birth to Nimrod. Now, Nimrod also became a man, grown up became a man. He now also has sexual intercourse with his own mother. And his mother now gave birth, get her pregnant, and she now gave birth to Tammuz. And Tammuz, aka today, is your Jesus. Is your Jesus, Satanic Trinity, demonic Trinity. Now he said that Easter basket, okay, is being sent back to our base. Where is our base? The land of China. Where is China? It's Babylon. Revelation 17 is Babylon. That is why he said they are the abominations of this earth. Can you imagine? Father have sex with daughter, and daughter got pregnant, give her father a son. And that same son also returned back again to have sex with his own mother. And the mother now also gave birth to one son again called Tammuz. And you not say that Tammuz is your Messiah. Eh? It's an abomination. Father and son have sexual intercourse with one vagina, and that is the vagina you are worshipping. What the hell? What is the other part? Okay, Isaiah 14 verses 12 through 15. He said, I'm going to make myself as the most. I'm going to raise my throne above the stars of Yahuwah. You see, Easter is being given holidays. Easter holidays. Easter Friday, Easter Sunday, Easter Madness, Easter Sunday, Monday. No work. Do they do that to Passover or unleavened bread? Of course not. And this is how they raise the Easter basket above the throne of Abayawa. Okay, Genesis 11, you're going to see China there, the land of China. Okay, Isaiah 47 and Revelation 18. Case closed. Isaiah 47 is Babylon also. And Abayawa said, come down from that throne. Man of flesh, come down from that throne and sit on the ground. It's going to strip you naked. Revelation 18, exactly the same thing. He sit Babylon down and throw into fire. If your flesh is not consumed as a living sacrifice, your spirit is going to be consumed eternal as a dead sacrifice. That's it. We are done for now. Thank you, Abayawa. Bless your mighty name. That the elect, of course, their mind, when they listen to this, your message, it's going to be reset. It's going to be circumcised. And they're going to get life. That is what your word is. It brings about life. Yes, it's all about your powerful, your fiery word. It brings about life, resurrection, new body, new song, new dance unto the glory of your mighty name. Amen. I will thank Abayawa. My house dedication is next week. Said they overcame me by the word of their testimony, not just only by the blood, but also by the word of their testimony. So we are doing powerful celebration, opening of the house on that